Alright guys, we are on our way to Cleveland, Ohio. We are going to meet up with Roman, the anytime picker, and Lissa, possibly during our trip over to Cleveland. So this is the first time I've ever been to Cleveland. I'm pretty excited to go, especially to meet up with other resellers and get to make some of these online friends become a reality by meeting them in person. So I'll be filming a little bit, stop and go as I go along. I'm not going to record, obviously, the whole time. It is an almost 8-hour drive from me, and it is currently 2 something in the morning. So we'll see what time I get there. I'm pretty tired. I could not fall asleep. All right, let's get going. Guys, got a driving update. I can't even tell you how long we've been driving now. Feels like forever. We are still in Pennsylvania. We are pretty close to the Penn State main campus, and it has been raining pretty much all morning. I ended up having to stop for a little bit and take a nap at a Sheetz gas station. Because boy, oh boy, is this drive taking everything out of me. We've got a little over 3.5 hours to go. 200 plus miles left. I'm not sure how I'm making it, but we're still on our way. Check in with you guys again later. Probably when I decide to pull over and get myself something to eat. Talk to you then. Alright, Roman, I swear I'm on my way, but I might have to make a quick stop first. I don't know. Alright, so guys, I finally made it to Cleveland, met up with Lissa and Roman, and so those guys want to say hi. We're getting all ready to go to the bins.
Guys, we're going to the bins to find treasures today. Believe us, we will find them. I can promise. I can guarantee 1,000%.
We're gonna play in dirty.
We're gonna buy houses and mansions in Florida after that. And Anthony, Dragon Master Finds.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, thanks for watching our short. Subscribe to Lissa and Anthony. And me, possibly. And we're gonna be...
Wish you could film it for me.
Alright, so we got Lissa here, who has the find of the day at the Goodwill bins.
And
Look
also,
at this.
they got Roman anytime picker here that got Bible, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Prohibited product.
Yes.
The God is watching right now.
Don't sell Bibles. It's very bad.
And especially illustrated ones. Do not,
yes.
guys. God doesn't like that.
Nobody needs to see all that.
Especially hardcover.
Vote to have Roman wear this on the show.
No, we're not gonna wear
I will
this.
buy it. I will buy it for you to wear it.
No way. Guys, we're not wearing any chickens. Editing magic.
So Lissa has a shirt that she found with a little bit of advice for you ladies out there.
It's a good advice, by the way.
Anybody need?
That's definitely some good advice, ladies. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
You looking around, or some stuff I'm out of? It's gonna be a little while to get it in, but
I'm visiting from out. Mongol figure, that's awesome.
that's unlocked. Got a lot of wandering, little hands and kids that try to get in that, so.
I'm really happy I decided to, because I was just sitting in the hotel. I'm like, I'm hungry. What's around here?
Oh, yeah.
And then that diner popped up. I'm really happy I came over here.
Oh, cool, yeah, well, I'm glad you stopped in.
All right, guys, we are out front of Dizzy's Comics and Toys here on 660 Dover Center Road in Bay Village, Ohio. I just came in here, I was talking to the owner. It is an awesome store. You guys just saw the footage. So make sure that if you're ever out in this area of Ohio, you come and check this store out. I mean, it was pretty sick in there. Alright guys, this is way past when I actually went on this trip to meet Lissa and Roman over in Ohio, but this is the majority of what I picked up here, and we're going to go through all of it, and I will show you what I picked up and had a really great time on my trip, and got some really awesome stuff, a lot of stuff from Lissa here. There's a couple things in the car I won't grab, like there's a VCR I bought off of her, and I bought a calculator. It kind of fell in between the seats somewhere, so I can't look that stuff up right at this exact moment, but let's go through some of this stuff. We will start this with some of the stuff that from when I started the trip with this Santa here, all the way down to closer to the end of the trip when I stopped at Full Grip Games and picked up these things for my own personal collection. So starting off, we've got this electronic Santa. He is made by Gemi. I have not had the chance to test him out yet, but picked him up at the first stop when I crossed over into Cleveland. There was this nice little, I don't know what it was exactly. It was like an antique mall, but they had some really cool stuff there. I found on the day before I went home, I found all this really cool stuff at this awesome comic book / toy store. It was actually right next to a diner that I was eating at. I picked myself up this really great Super Mario tie-dye shirt. This is for my own personal self. This is not going to be something to resell. I just really like that a lot. From that same store, I picked up this Titanium Ranger from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Again, just something small, you know. Add this onto my Power Ranger shelves, which you guys may have seen, and when I do my lives as a guest star, like I did on Roman and Lissa's live. I picked myself up this black Spider-Man keychain, or not keychain, I'm sorry, pin, and then I picked my son up this Sonic the Hedgehog pin. He's a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I picked myself up this copy of this Miles Morales Classic Suit Unmasked Funko Pop. It is a Chase Pop, so hopefully it'll go up in value. I don't know how much it'll go up in value, but that is for me. Then I picked up this Funko exclusive Batman Beyond Funko Pop. I just really like Batman Beyond. That's actually one of my favorite versions of Batman. So I thought that was really cool. And then this is to go with the Venom my son got me for Christmas. This Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man issue 300 Funko Pop, and that's just so awesome. So you see that comic book cover there is the same as that pin. My second to last day, I was driving through, and in Akron, Ohio, there's a store there called Full Grip Games. It is where one of my favorite Pokemon YouTubers, where he works out of, he was doing a live stream at the time, so unfortunately I didn't want to bother him and try to interrupt him while he was doing that. But it would have been cool to bump into him. Him and I have met before when I used to play competitive Pokemon back in the day. We met in Charlotte, North Carolina. But while I was in there, I went to pick something up for myself, so I picked up these really cute Legendary Birds plush. So we've got this nice little Zapdos here. We've got this cute little Moltres, and to go with it, the cute little Articuno. So I was pretty stoked to get these. Now to get into some of the stuff that needs to be comped. So obviously, you know, I'll be doing the comps as I go through this. I have to look this stuff up to see what it's worth. Lissa and I found this guy here, this Jack Skellington. We found him at the bins when we went together. I didn't realize his beard is kind of coming detached, but I think it's actually supposed to be like that. I don't think he wears it flush to his face in the movie, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been a long time. I found this at the bins with Roman and Lissa. I forget exactly which model this goes to, but it's the inside basket for an air fryer. But I did screen capture it so I could remember what model it goes to. And you know, it doesn't weigh very much, and I think these go for about like 20 to 30 bucks. This one I was with Lissa. Again, this is for the Cuisinart Food Processor 10 series. They had the whole food processor, and I only took this part because it weighs a lot less and saved me a lot of money. And this is the part that sells the most. These things normally go for, I think, between 20 and 30 as well. But this one also has the blade, so I can actually ask for a little bit more for it. Next up, while I was thrifting by myself, you'll see I'll kind of bounce back and forth. I didn't have this organized in any particular way. But I found this classic Bop It. These sell really, really well. This is a vintage one. It is from, I can't find the year on it, but I believe that this one is from 1996. Yes. And I don't see anything really wrong with it. I haven't put batteries in it yet to test it, but I picked this up at a Savers for $3.49. So that should be some good profit there. Those ones are actually normally pretty highly sought after. I picked these stained glass ornaments up. I was with Lissa at one of her local Goodwills. She will have to remind me what this particular type of glass is called. I do not remember. But I know that there's a name for it. And I really like stained glass. It's actually one of those things that I don't check the sell-through rate on. I had discovered stained glass while I was learning how to do this stuff in the beginning, and I've never really had an issue selling stained glass. It sells particularly well for me. And I picked up this Parasail. This one was nice and cheap. It was only $1, $1.14, I should say. And then lastly, we have this this angel stained glass piece. So I thought all three of those were really cool. Also from Full Grip Games, we've got these pins here. Again, these are for my own personal collection. These are Pokemon pins, and they are, for anybody who's a nerd and knows, these are gym badge pins that you get for beating gym leaders. They didn't have a whole bunch of them. Well, I'm sorry, they had a ton of them. I just didn't feel like going through them all to try to find more. But I picked these ones out. So I found this with Lissa. This one is a Life is Good hat. I've heard Life is Good is good. Sounds ironic. But yeah, I picked that up. I thought that was pretty neat. And then at that same bin with Lissa, I picked up this Cleveland Browns hat. This is a 47 brand, I believe. Yep, 47 brand. This was the biggest hat pickup of the weekend. This was a Cleveland Browns wool script hat by Sports Specialties. Tag is upside down there. Sports Specialties. So this is a very expensive hat, and I've got that sitting on my little mannequin that I picked up here. I picked this up in Philly, actually, not while I was out on vacation. Next, we have, I forget what this is called exactly, but again, I did myself the favor of taking a screenshot of it, but I've sold something like this before. It's to a baby food maker, and again, you want to make sure to take these things off. If you're at the bins, like, you don't want the whole unit. The unit itself is relatively heavy, but you can sell the parts for it, and the parts sell pretty well, so this should get me about 20-ish bucks, I would think. Lissa found this. This is a vacuum hose. It has a model number on it, so I'll be able to show you the sold comp for it. Again, another solid, maybe $20, $30. It's not super heavy, and it's flexible. Should be easy to ship. I bought this off of Lissa. Lissa doesn't like to do video game stuff, so I told her I would take some of this off her hands. I'll have to take it and test it and make sure it works and everything. I picked up this Switch dock, and I picked up a lot of these video games and stuff here off of her. Some of these are empty cases. Some other stuff I found at the bins. We'll go through that a little bit better in a few minutes. Found 2 Leapsters. Again, these are, pretty decent. This one has a broken flap, so I'm not sure. I'll have to reduce the price. The screen's a little scratched up, but I still have to test it and make sure it works. But I think I found that at the bins because it doesn't have a sticker on it. And then I found this green one, which I think I paid $2 for because it was a half off day at one of the thrift stores near the hotel I was staying at. Oh yeah, sorry. For the Browns hat, shout out to Roman. Roman's the one that gave me that one. Then we got these Ohio Buckeyes clothing items. I picked up this winter cap, and then I picked up this Buckeyes Ohio State shirt. Genuine merchandise. Again, I don't like clothing that much, but I did pick up a lot of clothing while I was up in Ohio because I was at the bins, and that's what their bins had a lot of. Might as well get this so I can get this off the table. Found this Guitar Hero guitar. I believe this one is for the PS2. It was $8.99. It's not crazy money. Might get like 30 bucks for it. Gotta clean it up a little bit. Make sure that it powers on and everything. But this is Guitar Hero. Where's the model numbers at? It's the Kramer Striker wireless guitar. Wireless controller. It is 9511.805. I picked these up as one of the few pickups I got myself. I had a feeling it'd be good. I just looked these up the other day. It should be about 25 bucks. But this was at the bins. This Eddie Bauer Cozy Fleece Lounge set. It is a medium. Might think about keeping that myself. I don't really keep too many of the things I find to flip. Picked this beautiful cashmere sweater up. And this cashmere sweater is made by Black Brown. It's an extra large, and that is some good quality. It has a little hole in it somewhere. I have to find it when I take the pictures of it. Knock about 5 bucks off the sold comps, but cashmere, always worth picking up. Picked up this SpongeBob Weenie Hut Jr. kids shirt. I just thought it was funny, so I picked it up. I don't normally pick up kids' clothing, especially, this is a kid's. It's a size small, but that's fine. Might not be worth anything. I'll throw it up on eBay for a few bucks, try to get a few bucks out of it. I picked up this vintage Polo Ralph Lauren quarter zip knit hoodie, or not hoodie, knit pullover sweatshirt. You know, some vintage Ralph Lauren polo stuff can do pretty good. I looked this up while I was there at the bins with Roman and Lissa. This America Jiggy Wear. It is, you know, nylon jacket. I think that should do pretty good. It's pretty heavy duty feeling. This was another heavy duty jacket. This American Blue authentic denim. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I'll throw some sold comps on there. There's a little staining on that. Not sure if I'll get full value for it or not. Some bread and butter items right here. You know, again, like I said, I will pick up some of these if they're cheap enough. You know, I got these Levi's 511s, good size, 34, 34. You know, bread and butter stuff. You know, you're talking your 20, 25 bucks for that. I picked up this shirt here. I think I'm keeping this one. This one is my size, or a little bit bigger than my size. I just really like the design on it. It's a little bit bigger than my size. I wear a medium, but I just really like the design on this Adidas shirt. So I thought that was pretty cool. This was a huge Bolo board game. This is Tokyo Highway by the Itten Company. I paid up for this. This was, oh boy, this was $18.01 is how much I paid for that. But this is a $50, $60, $70 board game. There are not a lot listed. I remember when I looked that up. Then the piece de resistance that Lissa also found, which you would have seen in our shorts between her, Roman, and I's channel. This Trek Fiction USS Columbia film vintage t-shirt. This is from Street Star Best, made in USA, 100% cotton, and it is a single stitch. So that was a really awesome find. Store, it wasn't a video game store, at that toy/comic book store, I found this complete Simpsons Bart's Nightmare. It is complete in box. God, it even has, you know, an old tag on it of $59.99. That's actually how much I paid for it. And myself, I paid $60 for that. And I also got a bunch of other stuff there too. I found this Star Wars Rebels Complete Season 3. This was only $1.71. And that'll have some good sold comps. I think that sells in the $20 range. It's new and sealed, which is why it does so well. Again, a lot of these things, you know, there's some empty cases, but don't sleep on empty cases. You know, I took these off of Lissa's hands. Some of these can do pretty well, the cases themselves. If there's like any like these 3DS ones, you know, if they don't do really great by themselves, then I will just hold on to them in case I find any of the games that go in them. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't have the manual. Not the regular manual anyway. But there's a whole bunch of them here that I picked up off of her. Couple cool ones down here that do have the discs in them, I believe. Dragon Ball Z Sagas, Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi, and Budokai 2 for PlayStation 2. These were pretty good. Oh goodness, this copy of Wii Fit. I didn't mean to pick this up. I hate picking up copies of Wii Fit. I do have a couple boards maybe I could pair one with, but I don't even like shipping them, to be honest with you. You know, again, some sports games, like, you know, this isn't anything crazy. MLB 12 the show, then it probably sells for nothing. Transformers, Iron Man, Transformers. These special edition cases and everything, I will lot those together and see if they're worth anything. That's a case only. This one was pretty good, I think. It was, you know, $10 or so. Yeah. That one was case only. case only. Some of these feel like they have the manuals in them. So yeah, that's good. And I'll just try to get something for the case, the manuals only, case onlys. Like even this Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, I'll try to get something for. You know, this Dynasty Warriors is a couple dollars. Nothing crazy right there. More sports games. This one I'm going to keep for myself. This is one of my favorite games of all time. This is Fable for the Xbox. I didn't even notice that was in there. We were kind of rushing that last day when we were hanging out. I had to get back to the hotel. XCOM, Enemy Unknown. This I'll keep for myself in my own personal collection. I love Final Fantasy and anime and stuff like that. So this is new and sealed. I'll hold on to that. This NFL Face Off in the original PlayStation cases, so that's pretty cool. Devil May Cry. Iron Man for PS2. I'm not sure if that's worth anything. Medal of Honor for PS2. Call of Duty Ghosts. Modern Warfare 2. Force Unleashed might be worth something. Oops. Force Unleashed might be worth something down here. Not sure. Onimusha. I don't know what that is. Maze Runner. Final Fantasy 12. NCAA Football 09. Not sure again. I'll have to do more research on all those. I did pick this up at the bins with Roman. Me and Roman were going through the media bins at the same time. So this only cost me $1. This Naval Ops Warship Gunner. It was in a little bit rough condition. I might have to get that resurfaced actually at some point. And here we go. This is the other part of what I got when I was at that comic book / toy store. The guy there, the owner, was telling me that he just hadn't had time to research these and figure out what he wanted for all of them. So for these, all these in here, plus the Simpsons game, I paid a total of $110 for. All these games here have, most of them I believe have their manuals here. There's one standout, which was it Superman? I don't know, yeah, Superman for the Atari, which has its manual and everything, and that should get me about $50 for that one alone. So I have to do a lot more research there.